Mary here. I'm here to do a top 10 Tuesday from Artsy Reader Girl. The theme this week is favorite bookish quotes. This was hard to compile. I really had to go look through all of my favorite series. I will admit, most of these are from Harry Potter, just because these are some of the quotes that I live my life by, or just that I think are just lovely pieces of wisdom. But I did try to add some other quotes that I found in various other books, but most of these will be from Harry Potter. So if you guys have not read the entire Harry Potter series, you guys might not want to watch this video, because I know I'm including a couple from book 7. So if you have not got there yet, maybe just watch, and if I say Harry Potter, I'll tell you guys the book. If you guys haven't read that book, then don't watch that quote. So the first book is from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's or Philosopher's Stone. And it's one of the quotes that I adore so much, and the quote came in book 1. And it's, there are some things you can't share without ending up liking each other. And knocking out a 12-foot mountain troll is one of them. That is one of the quotes that I love so much. It's basically the starting of Harry, Ron, and Hermione's friendship, which to me is probably one of the standout trios in all of middle grade or young adult literature that I've ever read. And I just love that scene so much, and I love that line so much. I really, really enjoy that line, and I really one day want to get it up in my room. But that is one quote from Harry Potter that still stays with me to this day. That is from book 5 of Harry Potter, and that quote is, we've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is which part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. And I really do like this quote because I think it's so true, especially in life, that no one is born evil and no one is born good. You both have those tendencies, and what you choose is who you really are. And I think that that's just a quote that I really like, and I think J.K. Rowling encapsulated that so well, and I really like that quote, so that's another quote that I added to my list. The quote is from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and that quote is, it's our choices, Harry, that shows what we truly are, far more than our abilities. And I think that that is such a true statement. It doesn't matter what you can do, but what matters more is your choices and what you choose to do. And I think that Dumbledore has so many little nuggets of wisdom, and another one is the next quote is also from Dumbledore, but I really, really love that quote a lot, and I think that it is a quote that I try to live my life by very, very hard. And the next quote is from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, and that is, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. And I think that that is definitely a quote that I have thought about a lot when in reference to friendship situations. Standing up to friends is even more harder than standing up to enemies, because you want them to have your respect and trust. And I love that scene with Neville in the Sorcerer's Stone. I just love that so much, and I re-listen to that often because I just think it's so brave of him, and I really, really like that. So those are 2 more quotes that are from the Harry Potter canon. Number 5, because they're in the same thing, but the one quote that I adore, and it still makes me laugh every single time I read it, is in book 5 when Hermione tells Ron, you have the emotional range of a teaspoon. And I just love that quote so much, and I've said that before to people. I'm like, you don't get it. You have the emotional range of a teaspoon. And Harry Potter fans get it, and other people just look at me like I'm slightly crazy. But I love that quote, and I love that quote so much because it's really the epitome of Hermione and Ron's relationship, because she is she knows so much, and Ron is just not there. And I love their relationship so much. They are definitely my OTP of Harry Potter. But the other quote that I thought was super funny is from book 1, and it's more of the scene when Hermione's trying to figure out how to get the plant off of Ron and Harry, and she's saying, "Oh my God, I need a she's saying, "Oh my God, I need a match, but I have no match." And Ron's like, "Are you a witch or not? Freaking set it on fire with your wand," or something like that. And that is just one of the moments from book 1 that made me laugh so hard I fell off my chair. Are you a witch or not? I love that line so much, and it really encapsulates the beginning of their relationship so much. But those are 2 quotes that basically sum up the relationship of Hermione and Ron, and why I love them so much. Quote from Deathly Hallows. So if you have not read that, fast forward a minute and a half. But yeah, my favorite quote, well, one of my favorite quotes from Deathly Hallows is when Harry asks the ghosts that he encounters in the forest, will they stay with me until his death? And they say until the very end. And it's just one of those quotes that I love. I actually have a bracelet on it that says until the very end, that I got from Owl Crate Society a couple years ago, and I just love that quote so much. That's one of the scenes that, like, I think started my waterworks when I was like very, very emotional towards the end of Deathly Hallows. But yeah, that scene is probably one of my favorite scenes in the history of Harry Potter, but I really do like that quote as well. So now you guys can come back. I talked about that for like a minute, but hopefully you guys feel the same way, because I thought that was such a lovely scene and a lovely quote. I'm going to move on and do a couple of maybe one or two quotes from the Percy Jackson series, but one of my favorite quotes from this series by far is from the House of Hades book, which if you've not read this, maybe fast forward about a minute, is when Bob tells Percy, tell the sun and stars hello for me, which that scene really broke me. I was just I was so not prepared for that scene to happen. And I really was very emotional during that. But that is one of the quotes that I just really, really love. Tell the sun and stars hello for me, because this certain character would never get to see the sun and stars. So I really, really like that quote from that book as well. Quote is a quote that I just actually found when I was looking up stuff, but I really liked it when I read it in the book. And it's from Piper in The Mark of Athena, when she says, being a hero doesn't mean you're invincible. It just means you're brave enough to stand up and do what's needed, which I think is so true. Especially this is so relevant today, because I think people today, especially in the world, think that heroes are these big people that have these big agendas, but really being a hero is sometimes just standing up and saying that is wrong. And I really like that quote, and I think it's a reminder that heroes don't have to have superheroes, or heroes don't have to have super weapons, or heroes don't have to have superpowers. They sometimes just need to open up their mouth and be where they need to be. And I think that that's a quote that we can all live by. Talk about is a Sarah J. Maas quote. I have never finished any of her series. I'm still up to Queen of Shadows, which is hopefully I'm gonna get to read this year and then move on. But this quote has always stuck with me, and I still have a quote of it a print of it on my wall that I got from Owl Crate. But the quote is, "You could rattle the stars," she whispered. "You could do anything if only you dared, and deep down you knew it too. That's what scares you most." I love that quote. I think it's just so impactful, and I really, really enjoy it. So hopefully I get to continue on reading that series, but for now, that's probably my favorite quote from the books that I've read so far. This roundup is an oldie and a goodie, but so simple, and I think this sums up what I want my future relationships, romantic relationships to be like, or to be summed up with. And the quote is from Sarah Stephanie Perkins, Lola and the Boy Next Door: "When it's right, it's simple." And I think that that is what we could all hope, that our relationship with our significant other is just so right. It's just simple and it just works. And I love that their relationship in those books, but I also love that quote a lot. Let me know in the comments or on my blog posts what some of your favorite quotes are. These are all listed out on my blog. I just wanted to say them here, and I couldn't find any really cool graphics. But I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.